when you lost. There's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Excuse me for this technical delay, but I needed to make sure that our fantastic Spanish audience will have the sound from and video from this amazing event organized by Mr. Foxhan. So huge thanks to Mr. Foxhan for making all the scheduling with the players and setting up everything, making the graphics. As you can see, I'm branded as fuck, so it's impossible to be branded more than I am now. So I hope that you guys are happy and that you guys appreciate this amazing effort to put on this t-shirt and this amazing hat, which you can order on bombastic.shop. And where maybe we can make some kind of a discount for tomorrow, because tomorrow we will have two amazing casters. We will have Mr. Madinho joining the cast as well as Mr. Lay. So let me just give the notification on Discord that we are starting. And tomorrow Mr. Madinho, Super Gosu player, will appear over here, and with his amazing knowledge about 2 versus 2, he will give us some expertise about this matchup, same as Mr. Jiraiya did and Mr. Lay. Mr. Lay will join as well, so that's very cute, very nice. Over here we have the brackets. We will have the matches. First match between Hysup and Newblish, and they will play against Ransor and Seriosity. The maps were predetermined, so first map is going to be Fighting Spirit. However, the loser can choose one map from this map pool. This is the map pool of this event. As you can see, it's sponsored by the Jungle Tanks title set. So if you will see some monkeys doing that means that's why, because it's sponsored by the jungle. So after this very poor joke, let's go and get ready to the first match between Mr. Hysup and Mr. Newblish against Ransor and Seriosity. Mr. Ransor and Mr. Seriosity, excuse me guys. So let's get into that. Ooh, BSL starts. Welcome guys. So, spawning on the top right location. On the map Fighting Spirit, we are having representative of red team. This is Mr. Hysup and his team partner. On the bottom left location, so we already have cross position, we are having Mr. Newblish. And on the opposite side, on the blue team, we are having Mr. Ransor and his amazing team partner. On the cross side of the map as well, playing as a Terran, we are having Mr. Seriosity. So the thing is getting serious because Mr. Serious is here. Let's see Zek and Terran versus Zek and Protoss. That's very interesting because there are many options to be aggressive for both teams. Usually Zek and Protoss should have an option to have more units at the beginning, but then when Terran will have, let's say, Marines and Medics, then the easily units like Lynx and Zealots don't have that much trading value. The same thing goes when there are Vultures. It's relatively easy to out-micro Lynx and Zealots when you have Vultures, so Zek and Protoss should keep it in mind. So let's see what they will decide to go for. Usually as a Zerg player, I always look at the Muta timing, and we can see Mr. Ransor already going for 11 hatch. So that's very interesting. Where we are having Zerg from the red team, Mr. Hysap, as you can see over here, Mr. Hysap and Mr. Nubish, Mr. Ransor and Mr. Seriosity. So Hysap is going for not. I think this is a overpull, or maybe some. Yeah, this is overpull. So we are having very fast layer from the Protoss team. So usually the Protoss team Protoss team Zerg have faster mutas because the Terran team Zerg needs to defend against Protoss and Zerg, both of them, very often. And we are seeing nice wall-in from Mr. Seriosity. This is even Zerling died, so that's nice. And as you can see, we are having Forge first, so this is very often that Protoss is adding the cannons in the Zerg base. So the Terran and Zerg will not have an option to push later. We can see that Mr. Seriosity decides to go for the Vultures into the Goliaths. And usually what Protoss and Zerg team wants at this stage, they want to close the Zerg. They don't want to allow the Zerg to move out easily. So that's why the Zealots are arriving, and with 3 Zealots it should be relatively effective counter to this cliff, on this cliff, to the Zerg. And we are seeing cannons being added. Hello Mr. React, I'm appreciating you being here. Thank you guys for watching on Trovo. We all appreciate the fact that Trovo supported us with this amazing prize pool for this amazing event. So please be aware that they supported us. That's why it's very worth it to watch it, to show the appreciation. Hello Mr. Dada as well. Hello. We are seeing a lot of links from Mr. Ransor and the drones as well. So he is already thinking about switching to the layer, about adding the evolution chambers and the spores, because Mr. Hysap mutas will be relatively quick, and we can see with those 3 zealots, I don't see an option for the Terran and Zerg team to break through this base. So Mr. Nubish very nicely defending himself and defending Hysap. We can see that even Hysap have a little bit more defense. There are only 2 zealots here and only 1 cannon so far, so it might be a go time. They might try to go for it, and I will not blame them for it, but we can see a probe pull immediately. The Vultures are hitting the zealots very hardly, so that will be actually relatively close, but with the cannons I feel like this is not enough links to do anything. And we can see the counter attack from Hysap to Nublish, but there will be 2 spores and the Sunken over here, so he should be able to defend it relatively easy, especially that he will have the reinforcements advantage. But Hysap already with the mutas, taking some unnecessary shots, but they should regenerate relatively easily. We can see that Seriosity already going for Goliath, so everything standard so far. So Hysap had an option to go for 2 hatcheries, and he's having 10 drones mining minerals, so that's very nice economy, considering the fact that he went for such a early spire, early tech. For now, the Zerg and Terran team, they have a control over the map, but with those mutas, they need to be careful to not lose the units to the mutas for free, because mutas are units which can gain value and then escape. We can see Curiosity trying to scout with the barracks. Harpace is on the way. A lot of drones from Ransor. Nubish at the same time, he's taking over here for the range for the goons. And with that amount of Goliaths, it might be actually pretty dangerous position, but I feel like the high ground is powerful enough to defend it. I don't think there is enough Zerling support in order to attack over here, especially with this additional Sunken from Mr. Heist. Plus one weapon, I assume, is done. Yes, I wonder why. Because I feel like in the early stage, maybe because of the Protoss, right? Because against Zerg, I feel like plus one armor is much better. And we are seeing 10 mutas going over here, so he should be able to snipe this Spore. So very nice feel of a game, feel of the moment, what you can do at the certain moment. And he will be able to take down this pool and couple of drones with it. So this is a very nice aggression. So we know that Mr. Seriosity will have to send some Goliaths over here in order to enable mining gas to answer again. Heist with very high amount of drones, so he will have even more drones. So he will definitely have minerals to have a second base, excuse me. And Nublish is maxing goons very nicely. He even added the gateways over here, so he will be able to support his team partner with the incoming units from the gateway. So they are playing very nicely defensive style. They have a tech advantage. They didn't allow Zerg to make too many mutas, and we will have mutas from Rancer soon, but it will be 6 only against 10, 12, 13 from Heist. Very nice catch from Mr. Seriosity, catching one muta, maybe more. This Carpace upgrade is helping a lot. And it's always dangerous being a red Zerg in this position, because if you will lose the trade against the Goliaths, you will mistrade the mutas against the Goliaths and mutas, then you are open in the main base. Obviously, those two gateways, I like them a lot. They would support even against anti-air, not like just cannons. So very nice to 8 mutas are killing the links over here in order to allow the goons to trade against Goliaths, and we can see that this is the most important battle probably of this game, but it looks like the red team, Heist and Nubish, are having a significant advantage. However, the micro from both teams is very nice. We are seeing a lot of Goliaths actually, so Curiosity is pushing forward over here, and number of mutas from the red team got lowered down, so that was a good trade for the Rancer and Seriosity team. And those Goliaths are dealing a lot of damage to the mutas, but with the links, I think Heist should be able to at least take care of those Goliaths. So that's very nice timing attack with those, but with those additional Goliaths, I think Seriosity with the nice CV pool should be able to hold it relatively easily, especially with the support of the additional mutas. So Heist needs to be careful, because if he will lose too many mutas, he will have a hard time to fight against mutas of his opponent. We are seeing Rancer going for relatively quick expansion. We'll have a third hatch even. With plus one armor. So still Heist Mutas has a better... they have a better upgrades. But I really like this third hatchery. He has very nice saturation on this base, so he will definitely be able to produce a lot of links. And links and mutas are very good against this Goliaths and mutas combo. So, but this plus one armor is a huge upgrade, kicking in just for the Terran team. And we can see the counter attack from the red team, trying to probably counter the expansion of the Zerg, and this is very nice timing, because I don't think Rancer will not be able to cancel it, so that's That's pretty significant loss. This is 300 minerals and the drone. And we will have very important engagement over here. The Mutas are fighting over the Goliaths, so that looks relatively good for the blue team for now, but now the Hysap is coming from the flank. So many goons are flanking those Goliaths, and it looks like the number of Goliaths is getting lower and lower. So the Muta versus Muta trade was relatively good for the blue team, but the red team now is getting the significant advantage. It looks like if they will not be able to take down those goons, the Rancer will have a hard time surviving this moment. Seriosity is trying his hurry up to go and save his opponent, his team partner. There are only 2 Sunkens over here and a couple of Mutas. The goon number is significant, so it will be very hard to fight against it, and especially with the support of the Hysap Mutas, he has similar number to Rancer. We can see that Seriosity is struggling to send reinforcements over here, and Rancer is doing his best to defend over here, but the number of units from the Protoss and the Zerg team, it looks like it's a little bit too big, and I feel like that even with this reinforcement it will not be enough, because the number of units is just too big. The number of units from Rancer, from Nubish and Hysap. So that's very nice, and nice flank with the links. They will be able to eliminate those reinforcements from Seriosity, and it looks like GG. We are having the 1-0 lead for Hysap and Nubish. Very nice game. Very nice game. Branded like crazy 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let me load up the next match. This is our map pool, so they have an option to choose the maps. Fighting Spirit was already played, so they can choose Python, Gemlong, Kiseris, Vermeer, Allegro, and Reverse Temple. And their choice is going to be Reverse Temple, actually. So that's very interesting. I wouldn't consider them choosing this map. This is a low ground main base, so that's very interesting. So let's jump into the second game of Hysap and Nubish versus Seriosity and Rancer on Reverse Temple. So, spawning on the left side of the map, we are having Seriosity. On the top side of the map, we are having Rancer. On the right side of the map, we are having Hysap. And on the down side of the map, on the bottom side of the map, we are having Nubish. I haven't seen a Reverse Temple for a while. I think that map was made due to the law of the old school legendary map called Lost Temple. So Rancer is confirming to Seriosity that the Zerg is close to him. I wonder why they chose this map. My brain is not functionally working well enough to be able to detect it right now. Because I feel like Protoss and the Zerg team might have an early initiative in the map at the early stage, and the Reverse Temple, the Reverse map main base, the Reverse main base ground will work. How to say it, will not work in favor of a team which will want to break out. But maybe with the Marines and Medics it will be more possible. Also, if you are the attacking team later, if you have Goliaths and Marines, maybe it will be easier to break the Zealots contain, and if Hysap will decide to if Nubish will decide to cannon the high sub base, the cannons will be less effective on the low ground. So maybe that's the think process behind it. Very, very fast cybernetic core. So we are having a different game from the Nublish and high sub this time, and different game from Rancer and Seriosity, because we are seeing Rancer going for 12-ish pull and Seriosity going for Marines and Medics. So that's a totally different opening from every single player in both teams. So the idea is that Hysep is making 9 pull in order to fight, to be even with the Zerg at least, or close the Zerg, where Rancer, where Nublish is having an option to make a Goons. So that's the idea, I feel like, behind it. At the same time, we are having the tech from Hysep and the second hatch from Rancer. Seriosity is building a lot of Marines, but a lot of his STVs is not mining. I feel like, I don't know why those two STVs are here. Maybe he's afraid about those links from Hysep. And the first Goon is popping out right now. 12 links. Very nice micro from Rancer, taking down 1 link. This is 25 minerals. And Seriosity very aware about the low ground disabilities. He's making a bunker on the high. Speed for the links for Mr. Hysep and taking down this link, so he is even. So nice micro from both players. Every single unit matters. That's why Babo, if you know Babo very well, super Ghost to player from Chile. He's coming originally from 2 vs 2, and that's why his micro is so superior, because in 2 vs 2 micro is very, very important, especially as a Zerg player, because you don't have too many units and you usually need to do a good use of them. So as a Zerg player you need to micro very, very well if you want to be good, if you want to be helpful to your team partner in 2 vs 2. Welcome, welcome guys. Mr. Madinho, super Ghost to Terran, who will be our caster for tomorrow, has just joined the chat, so welcome Mr. Madinho, and thank you Mr. Hysep. Mr. Seriosity is trying to break through. I didn't know. Yeah, the range is not done, so it's relatively easy for Nublish to out-micro those Marines. Obviously, relatively easy is always a funny term. At the same time, Rancer is trying to break out. He should be able to do it because it's only 1 hatchery links from Hysep, so the number should be in favor of Rancer. So Rancer is able to break out, and those goons might have a hard time defending over those links now. Very low echo play from Hysep. Same thing goes for Rancer. Rancer already have gas for the weapon upgrade, for the melee upgrades, or for the car base. Very nice run by over here by Rancer. I thought that he will go for the main base, but he decides to trade against the units. But it gives time to Hysep to come back. So I would think that maybe going for the probe line would be a better choice for him. Now he will kill a couple of probes, 1, 2, 3, so that's nice damage already. But Hysep is already scaring those links away with the mutas, but he needs to be careful because Marines and Medics are coming. But at this situation, the amount of goons should be high enough to defend it. I think Rancer could wait with those links to combine it with this attack, because I'm expecting this attack to come very, very soon. Terran and Zerg are going forward, they are attacking. Look how much of a firepower it is right here. Seriosity target firing the goons, but there are 5 over here, so still very, very good number from the red team. But maybe Seri will want to snipe a couple of probes. He's doing that. Look how the amount of props, it's only 9 right now, and blue team is constantly pulling the trigger. There are 3 mutas supporting the goons over here. They can't fight over the marines, so they are trying to snipe the links over here. The medic energy is going down, so it looks like the attack is held, but it's only 1 probe left for Nublish, and it's this probe. So that was a very, very effective attack from the blue team. So all they need to do right now is maybe be a little bit more defensive, and Ransor maybe try to go for the Somtech. It's really, really hard for us to say right now. A nice attack over here from Ransor, lowering the number of drones. 2 drones are going down. Nice pull from Highstab, saving this very, very badly wounded drone. And now Nublish has only 5 goons, but they are trying to get to the Curiosity base. There are no SCVs to repair it, so... But the goon range is equal with the marine range, so... with the bunker, so they will not be able to snipe the bunker easily. Ransor is making bazillion of links. They don't have +1 weapon yet. Maybe he decides to not spend money on it. But he does start mining gas. And Highstab is slowly building the probe number again. I mean, Nublish and Highstab is building the muta number. Nice micro, lowering the number of marines. Always good. It's always good even to shoot towards the medics. So the battle looks relatively equal, but judging by the fact that Nublish has no drones, no probes, the red team is trading very, very well. I wonder whether some upgrades is done, because the number of mutas is constantly growing from Highstab, so very, very nice micro, and the energy number from those marines is going very, very quickly, going down very, very quickly, and this bio army is dead. Mr. Deadfate, Super Ghost Caster is here. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Deadfate. Ransor is going for the layer right now, where Curiosity is going for the starboard. Karolcha is supporting the stream, even while taking care of Olivka. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Curiosity is attacking without the medics. That might be a mistake. So very, very nice micro from Nublish. Highstab was able to build the second hatchery. And Nublish actually already has 14 probes, so he is getting closer. I'm usually looking at the Zerg towards Zerg situation and Terran towards Protoss, so now still Curiosity has 7 Eons workers advantage, but it's not that big when there was like 20 to 1. So the red team was able to work it out, and now we have a nice counter attack to lower the number of STVs from the Terran from Highstab. So they found a moment. This is a very, very nice gap. It's only 1 turret over here, so it's definitely worth it to kill some STVs. And look at that, it's 16 to 15 right now, so that's very, very nice situation. But very, very nice counter attack from the Ransor over here. But the mutas should be able to save the drones, save the probes, save the peons. Nice surround, but the mutas are just too strong. So Ransor is doing a good job being annoying with those links, but the number of goons, I would be worried about the number of goons from the Protoss team, because it will be relatively hard to take care of it. Maybe with the tanks. Maybe with the tanks, guys. Will be possible. Their Curiosity is macroing like crazy, but Highstab and Nublish are pinning the blood. It's only 1 Sunken over here. There are no links. The links counter attack is going toward Nublish. Does a very beautiful counter-attack from Mr. Ganser, so he's doing a very good job in being so annoying with those links. That's not an easy thing to do, but at the same time he might be dead because the number of goons going towards his base is getting to his lower ground. The Sunken is dealing a lot of damage, but there are only 2 mutas supporting it, and soon when the goons will target the Sunken, it will die very quickly. Very nice drop over here from Seriosity, but there are 11 mutas to support to kill it, so very nice. He's sniping the medics from high sub and losing only 1 muta in the process. At the same time, Seriosity is struggling. He is having a hard time deciding whether he should go and defend his ally or attack or try to counter-attack. At the same time, Hysep is counter-attacking his main base. There will be only a couple of STVs left. The turret was sniped. At the same time, very annoying position from the Zerg and Protoss team behind the minerals. The vessel is a key unit over here, so Hysep being able to snipe it for Hysep, he must be very happy because of that. And Seriosity and Hysep are tapping the game out. GG, and we are having 2-0 score for the team Hysep and Tublish. So very nicely done. Let me set up the next match, guys. The next match is going to be Gong Show Dao and Keen against SCV Force and Oktoberzek. Two very super Gosu teams, so very nicely ready. We are nicely ready, and we are ready to jump into this amazing series between those two very super Gosu teams. So let's jump into it right now. So spawning on the top right side of the map, we are having Mr. Gong Xiao Dao and his team partner. On the left side of the map, we are having Mr. Keen. On the bottom left side of the map, we are having Mr. Oktoberzek and his team partner. We are having Mr. SCV Force. So red team against blue team. Top versus bottom. High ground versus low ground, we can even call it, right? So we are having Zerg and Terran against Zerg and Terran. I don't know if actually we've seen that, but not today. So we are having 9 pull from Mr. Oktoberberg. Mr. Keen is going for the gas streak, so it will be 9 hatch, 10 hatch on the cliff. Right? That's very, very bold. Oh, so he wanted to do it probably in the range of the Sunken. Maybe if he will build a spawning pool over here, I don't know if it will be in range of the Sunken. But it will be possible to maybe pull the links with his own links. And actually this is a 9 hatch, 10 hatch, so he might have links much faster than with the 12 hatch because he skipped Overload. So that might be a good idea to pull the hatch, especially against Terran, because the high ground is working, is helping so much against Terran. And Mr. Oktoberberg pulling from mining, so he's going for 9 pull into the links, probably into the second hatchery, and after having second hatchery he will think about mining gas again. Mr. Gongshow Dao is going for the factory. The similar thing goes for SCV4s, but he delayed mining gas for a while. Probably he will want to produce a couple more marines in order to be aggressive with the 9 pull. And look at this timing from Keen. Very, very nice timing. He will be able to defend this hatchery. Very, very beautiful timing against the 9 pull. The only disadvantage he will have is lack of speed, but I think he will be able to live with that. But very nice micro from the Oktoberberg. He took the first punches. And now with the speed advantage, I think Oktoberberg will be able to stay for a little bit longer in this main phase, but it was a little bit miss micro from the Keen, but now he was able to reinforce with the additional links, so he is able to hold on. We need to remember that he has a significant advantage, a significant larva advantage right now, so he should be able to produce more links. If he will have only time, the Marines are arriving from SCV4, so this delayed factory was for a reason. And we will have the drone pull with the links. Very nice pull of the drones. I feel like it will be very, very close battle. There will be some help from Gangshow Dao, but he decides to go towards Zerg with the Vulture, so he wants to kill the Zerg with the Vulture and have 1 versus 1 with the Terran, but it will not be easy. However, this Vulture can kill Oktoberberg relatively easily if only controlled correctly. There will be 3 factories against 3 factories, so let's look at what will be the micro from our Terran player. He needs to do it perfectly. But actually with this Vulture, I don't think he will be able to kill Oktoberberg. Oktoberberg very, very nicely zoning up the Vulture to not give him too much space to micro. So Mr. Boyan is very, very experienced Zerg, so he knows how to deal with things like that. And I think right now, with the fact that Mr. Oktoberberg defended it, it's already a victory from the red team. So Mr. Keen is eliminated, Mr. Gangshow Dao is tapping out, and we are having 1-0 already, guys. I didn't expect that. That's too quickly, right? to Gosu. Yeah, 9-hatch was a good play. I feel like if he would go for the 9-hatch in the main base and he would try to defend the aggression with the Sunken in his mineral line, he would be definitely fine. However, in the later stage of the game, he might have a problems against defending the Goliath push or Vulture push, so it would be relatively hard. Ooh, Mr. Yu! Mr. Yu Super Gosu! Tip it with $10. Look at this Super Gosu. Goes Mr. Zero, Gosu Sek, Gosu Caster. Thank you very much, man, for this support. As you can see, guys, over here we are having a goal to support the second season. So, how to do it? Season number 2. So, season number 2 of Bombastic StarLeague, 2 versus 2. Might happen if you guys want to reach this goal. We will organize the second season with the cooperation of amazing ShieldBattery. I will show you some games on ShieldBattery after today's games. So let's look at the bracket right now. Unfortunately, we are having a walkover in the lower bracket. So Mr. Loxito gave a walkover, so he will be banned from the future seasons of BSL. Mr. Juanjo and Lucardi also gave walkover, so Strudel and El Torito and Wave and Izu are already advancing to the next stage of the bracket. So now when we are having Nublish and Hysap are winning against Ransor and Seriosity, the last match of today, the last series of today is Gang Dao and Keen against SCB Force and October Zerg. So that's unfortunately only 2 matches for today, but tomorrow we saved very, very good matches for tomorrow because we will have a special guest, Super Gosu Caster, Mr. Madinho, joining the fight. Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I will tell you a little bit of a story, so because we have time. So I was playing 2 versus 2 back in the days in the Pole team, in the Polish national team. I was playing with Mistrz. We also played in the Polish 2 versus 2 championships, and we got a 4th spot. It was in 2007, I believe. The champion back then became a Cannibal and Ninja, very, very good players, and I think Gohan and Fabian went second. So I used to play Protoss and Zeg, and I was pretty good in 2 versus 2, but since then, since 2009, I also was in the Rimanov tournament in Czech Republic with Jonek, and we got 2nd spot in 2 versus 2 tournament over there. But since then I wasn't playing 2 versus 2 too much. So for the last 10 years, when I came back with the BSL, when I came back with the to the StarCraft, I came back to my original love, which is 1 versus 1, because I was always mainly 1 versus 1 player, and BSL was only 1 versus 1 tournament. However, when I started playing 2 versus 2 on ShieldBattery, and I was playing mostly with Jonek, sometimes with the random team partner, and I played after playing 10 to 15 games, you're really starting to feel like this is a very, very fun option to play the StarCraft game. So definitely I encourage you all to download the ShieldBattery, check it out, try it out, because it can be very, very funny. It can be very, very fun. You can, for example, you can have a lot of joy with playing one base Zerg for 15 minutes. So if you are Zergs who don't have too much APM, and if you like to micro but don't have APM to micro and macro at the same time, 2 versus 2 is good for you, because you will have an option to just micro and take care of one hatchery. So that might be a good encouragement for you guys to try to check out the 2 versus 2. But right now, let's go for the second match between SCB Force and October Zerg against Keen and Gongshow Dao. So let's go and jump into this match. The map is going to be Gemlock. Exactly, Mr. Fanatic was also top 2 versus 2 player in Poland. I think with Makujaval, with Marcus, they was also in the team, Pole team, 2 versus 2. So he is basically his original blood of StarCraft is 2 versus 2 blood. I feel like Mr. Fanatic always loved 2 versus 2, always loved 3 versus 3. So there are many players who came from the team play and only loved StarCraft only for the team play. Exactly, Mr. Fox, and you can have fun with the mutas, and your opponent can crush them all. So, Mr. Foxan and Mr. Fanatic, I feel love over here. Love is in the air, and maybe they will meet in the ShieldBattery and play together. Okay, let's focus on the game right now. Let's introduce the players. We are having Mr. STV Force here, and his fantastic team partner, Mr. Oktoberzerk, is here, and Mr. Gangshao Dao is here, and his fantastic team partner, Mr. Keen, is here. Oh, where is F6? Okay, so we are having the similar opening, but the main base hatchery, so I really like this choice from Keen. Let's see how it will work, because we are seeing STV Force and October are going for the same opening, same strategy. Actually, in this base it will be possible to put a creep over here and then second creep over here. So I really like the Sunken in the main base even more. I mean the 9 hatch in the main base. At the same time, we can see the different opening from Mr. Oktoberzerk. This time he's not going for the links only. He just built 4 links. He added extra drones. He's adding extra drones, and he's going for the layer, very fast layer. So very nice opening from his side. So Mr. Keen will have definitely much more links than Oktoberzerk. However, the high ground advantage should give an option to Mr. Oktoberzerk to defend with the lower number of links. Double fact and one fact so far, but I like that Mr. SCV Force is walling up. This is a tight wall in, this is anti-link wall in with this supply depot over here. And knowing that Zerk, the Keen, went for the hatchery first, it means that he will most likely go for the mass links. So pretty significant aggression might come from the blue team. That's why SCV Force is so defensive over here. Also, it's tight wall from Mr. Gangshao Dao. So nice play from him as well. Let's look at the armory timing. What will be the armory timing? The Gangshao Dao is forced to go for the armory faster than SCV Force, because Oktoberzerk is going for the mutas, faster mutas than his opponent, so he will have to have some kind of an anti-air. However, Goliaths is a good counter. Goliath is always a good counter against vultures. Ooh, it's not one sunk, Mr. Gangshao Dao. Ooh, nice surround on this over those links, but it looks like 2 sunkens. Actually, very nice drone pull over here from Mr. Oktoberzerk, and those drones are buying long. They are buying significant amount of time. Look at these missing shots. But killing almost all the drones. However, the Mutas are arriving at the same time. Mr. SCV's force arrived to the King base. There will be a couple of links spawning, so maybe he will be able to surround those vultures. However, with the good micro, the vultures should be able to out-micro the links. The second Vult already having a 7-8 kills. Look at this superior micro from SCV Force. Master Course. No Evo, yeah, so that means that he will have a hard time defending against Mutas, but I feel like Mr. Gongshoutout decided, I will defend you with the Goliaths, just muzzling, man. Just muzzling, and it will be fine. Zerg has not enough drones to produce too many Mutas, so there is no reason for you to spend money on spores. That's, I think, the think process behind Mr. Gongshoutout. And I think that's correct, to be honest. That's very, very smart. More links from Mr. Keen. He should be able to surround this army from Mr. Oh, but nice micro over here. Mr. STV Force is losing a couple of Goliaths, so nicely done over here, but the Mutas are having a huge value. It's only 3 Mutas, but look at the amount of value they gain. Killing a couple of links for free. I really like this barrack from Mr. Gongshoutout. And October Zerg was able, he managed to rebuild the drones again. So he is rebuilding the number of Mutas, he's hiring the number of Mutas, and I feel like this SCV is here to build a bunker, maybe? I don't know what's the good bunker position. Is it here? Maybe here? At the same time, October Zerg sniped. He spotted, okay, there is nothing in the Terran base if they are attacking. There are no turrets. There is no defense in his mineral line. So Mr. Gongshoutout, very nice reaction, pulling the drones very, very quickly. At the same time, as CV Force is defending with a couple of Goliaths. It's 8 Goliaths. So the army of the blue team is splitted, and they decided to go for the Terran. At the same time, as October Zerg is killing Gongshoutout Goliaths. So I think they should be able to break this position. It will be 1 Goliath advantage plus the links. However, there will be repair and the concave advantage for the SCV Force, but it looks like the links are making enough difference. So that's a nice attack, but I look at the amount of SCVs from Mr. Gongshoutout. It's only 5 right now, and he's still not mining well. And those SCVs are in the main base over Keen. So that's very, very nice that they were able to cancel this command center. But look at this repair, very nice repair from Mr. SCV Force. It's definitely much worth it to repair the units instead of building the new one. The cost is definitely lower, and you need to also calculate the building time in the factory, that you are not queuing up the next units. So overall, it's better overall. GG from the team Gongshoutout and Keen, and we are having 2-0 victory over the team October Zerg and STV Force. So let me just try to update the bracket. Okay, guys, so we have all the day 3 matches done. So for tomorrow we will have Ziki and Bonnie versus Ultra and Jiren. We will have Zerboy and Andy and Jonek and Zero, because as Mr. Madinho will be casting, we don't want him to cast his own matches. So we will have the cast of this match. Excuse me. We'll have the cast of this match and this match, and then we will have the cast of this match and this match. So those matches will be casted tomorrow. So those matches will. So the matches in the circles are the matches which will be casted tomorrow, and they will be casted by Mr. Madinho and Mr. Lay. So I wanted to say that I will invite you all, guys, to come over here, and on next Saturday and Sunday we will go forward with Banana Jiraiya, Madinho Marvin, and Dark Omniman, and TT1 Kenzie, and the rest of the matches from the lower bracket. So definitely worthy to follow BSL. And now, guys, I feel